So in the castle courtyard, we don't have a Metal Gear Link, or what's it called? Stone Gear Link. There we go. Stone Gear Link. We have to do some. We cannot be seen by these guards. I think in the 3DS version of the game, they added eyesight dots to the front of the guys. I think. Or that was they did that in Majora's Mask with the Dekus in Deku Palace, but I don't know if they did them here though. I always thought when I first got through here, I thought this was a very intense area just because there was just so many guards. I'm like, I'm gonna mess up or something, you know. But this camera angle does not work well for this type of environment, especially when you're trying to do isometric walking. Even though this is technically a very easy thing to get around, just because of that right there. But then you have this one right here, which is annoying. These last two areas, they give two guards, and they're always in two different positions. It's just so... It gets annoying after a while, where it's like, man! I just wish you guys would just move forward! Move faster! Curse it, you guards! And I've always wondered, what is that statue? I don't think anyone's ever figured it out. Even Zelda theorists have never figured out what this statue really means. It's like, is that supposed to be like the king taking on the... taking like the demons that are facing during the Civil War or something? It must be, but by golly. Or I wonder if maybe that's a Darknut. And maybe this was basically the original design of them before they switched to a different enemy type for this game. Because Darknuts would not return until oh look at that and look at that draw distance. As we go up here, and now we get through here and see about the Princess of Destiny. We come to the courtyard, and if you look over here to the right, you can see that they have the Mario cast in the windows here. We have Mario, Peach, Bowser, I think. I think Yoshi's in there somewhat. I think it's Yoshi. But I think Luigi's in there, I'm not sure. But it's hard to see, though. But it's really funny is that if you hit the window, you get money for this one. And it's like, that's funny. That's cool. But what happens if you shoot the window on the opposite side? Do you get a reward? Well, you get something. Hey, you! Don't you cause any trouble! I have a bomb. What? And you throw it to the princess! Man, I smell mutiny. He's probably a Gerudo spy. It has to be. If he's out there throwing bombs at the princess. Goodness. Anyway, let's talk to said princess, shall we? Hello? Wait, who? Who are you? How do you get past the guards? It's called being stealthy and wearing green. Oh, what's that? Is that a fairy? Yep, genuine fairy. Not those cheap knockoffs you find at stores or something that's just two wings floating around with a piece of tape on. Nope, it's a genuine fairy. Then are you from the forest? Then you wouldn't happen to have the spiritual stone of the forest, would you? That green and shiny stone? I would love to handle it so that I can sell it on eBay. I mean, make money. Do you have it? Yes. Just as I thought. I had a dream. In the dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. But suddenly, a ray of light shot out of the forest and parted the clouds and lifted up the ground. The light turned into a figure holding a green and shiny stone, followed by a fairy. So I was just light. Okay, fair enough. I know there's a prophecy that someone would come from the forest. Yes, I thought that might be the one. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away with my story and didn't even properly introduce myself. I am Zelda, Princess of Hyrule. I didn't even realize this by her hair. I know her eyebrows are supposed to be blonde, but those look lime green to me. I have just realized that now. So what's your name? And one of the very, very times Link ever talks, it says his name. Strange, it sounds somehow familiar. So if you type yourself as Zelda, it comes really funny because technically in dialogue, times where you have your name is named in the file, it's basically going to show that's your name of your character of Link, and basically everyone will reflect that in the dialogue. Okay then, Alexman. I'm going to tell you the secret of the Sacred Realm has been passed down by the royal family of Hyrule. You know, she was quick to, trust us. What if we were a Ganondorf spy? She basically would have doomed the kingdom by this point. The legend goes like this. The three gods hid the Triforce, contained the power of the gods somewhere in Hyrule. The power to grant the wish of the one who holds the Triforce in his hands. If someone with a righteous heart makes a wish, they'll lead Hyrule to a golden age of prosperity. If someone with an evil mind has his wish granted, the world will be consumed by evil, and that is what has been told. So, the ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the Triforce from evil ones. That's right, the Temple of Time is the entrance through which you can enter the Sacred Realm from our world. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time. I'm pretty sure a bomb could fix it. And in order to open the door, it said you need to collect the 3 spiritual stones. And another thing you'll need is the treasure that is the royal family keeps along with this legend. The Ocarina of Time. Title drop. Then she drops a mic. Did you understand well the story I just told you? If you say no, the entire cutscene will play again, so hit yes. That's great! I forgot to tell you. I was spying through this window just now. The other element from my dream, the dark clouds, I believe they symbolize that man in there. Will you look through the window at him? Nah. Please, if you don't hurry, he'll be gone. Okay, fine. Can you see that man with the evil eyes? That is Ganondorf, the leader of the Gerudos. They hail from the desert far to the west. Though he swears allegiance to my father, I'm sure he's not sincere. The dark clouds that covered Hyrule in my dream, they must symbolize that man. Dude, how long am I going to have to kneel here? Huh? Oh, what happened? Did he see you? Oh, don't worry. He doesn't have any idea of what we're planning yet. You know I can hear you from outside the window. Yes, I told my father about my dream. However, he didn't believe it was a prophecy. Just like all the rest of the dreams that have come to pass I've said to him in the past. They all came to fruition. My dad is always so ignorant, but I can sense that man's evil intentions. What Ganondorf is after must be nothing less than the Triforce of the Sacred Realm. He must have come to Hyrule to obtain it. And he wants to conquer Hyrule, no, the entire world! Alexman, now only we are the only ones who can protect Hyrule. Please. I don't believe you. Please believe me. My prophecies have never been wrong. In the last 3 weeks or so. Well, can you please? Okay, I believe you. Okay, thank you. Oh, I'm afraid. I have a feeling that man's going to destroy Hyrule. He has such a terrifying power. But it's fortunate you may have come. We must not let Ganondorf get the Triforce. I will protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. He shall not have it. You go find the other 2 spiritual stones. Let's get the Triforce before Ganondorf does, and then defeat him. One more thing. With this magical letter I just peered out of my hands. Take this letter. It should be pretty useful to you. So So we trade the cuckoo for a letter. He receives Zelda's letter. Wow, this prince has Zelda's autograph. Send it to C and show and see. Look, I got Princess Zelda's autograph. It's illegible. It has invisible ink. Well, curses. On the side of the screen, you can set any of the buttons and use them to see to show it to the people. What do you do next now? My attendant will guide you out of the castle. Don't be afraid to talk to her. Her attendant. Oh, you came out of the shadows really fast. Hi. It's a good thing I'm not evil and didn't harm her. That'd be weird. An evil Link? Ooh. I am Impa of the Shikas. I'm responsible for protecting Princess Zelda. Everything is exactly as the princess foretold, though I didn't believe her at first. You are a courageous boy. You are heading out on a big new adventure, aren't you? My role in the princess's dream was to teach a melody to the one from the forest. This is an ancient melody passed down by the royal family. And though, unfortunately, we had to reverse it for copyright infringement, we had to reverse the song, so this is why we sing it now. I used to play it for her when she was a baby. It basically now puts her to sleep anytime I wish. These are the notes. Now listen carefully. And you can play the song with the C buttons. This was innovative at the time, I think. Basically having the ability to play a music track whenever you wanted, and they also had like tone differences too. So we get to send Zelda's Lullaby, which afterwards would basically be reversed, and you could play it to basically do the Goddess's Ballad from Skyward Sword. Again, I love how this one song basically became transcended to be multiple uses. It's really nice to find songs like that. You learned Zelda's Lullaby. If the castle soldiers find you, will be trouble. Let's send you out of the castle. Will do. Wow, that was a sure door. That door took us out to the field here. That was quick. You're brave, lad. We must protect this beautiful land of Hyrule. Take a good look at that mountain. That is Death Mountain, home of the Gorons. They hold the spiritual stone of fire. At the foot of Death Mountain, you will find my village, Kakariko. That is where I was born and raised. You should talk to someone of the villagers there before you go up Death Mountain. The song I just taught you has some mysterious power. Only royal family members are allowed to learn the song. Remember, it will help to prove your connection with the royal family. The princess is waiting for you to return to the castle with the stones. Alright, we're counting on you. And I am too. Oh, I'll hide in the water. Who is that deep-voiced character I keep hearing? Goodness me, I have no idea. But, in a sort of a weird plot twist, do not go to Death Mountain. Nope, Navi will most likely tell you that, let's go talk to Saria and basically tell her, hey, we're gonna save Hyrule now. It seems like Navi was more inclined to like, we're gonna save Hyrule, and Link just looks up to her and goes, no, I am saving Hyrule. You are my guide. Goodness gracious, it's almost like Genshin Impact. Where basically, in Genshin Impact, you play as a walking traveler and in an open world, and this creature known as Paimon basically guides you, and she always acts like, we're going to save this land together, and every time the traveler looks up to her, so it's like, I'm the one that does all the work. You just stand there and panic. It's almost like this here too, where Navi's like, we're gonna tell him we're gonna save Hyrule, and Link just looks at him and goes, no, I'm saving Hyrule. That's the whole point. Let's go talk to her. In a sense that we now have to go back into the woods in an awkward Pacific way. Because Saria is actually not going to be in the Kokiri Forest. Nope, she's going into the Lost Woods. Who would want to be in the Lost Woods? Heck if I know. But by golly, I don't know why she would want to be in a place like this. Maybe we're going to need this for later. So let's get our chops ready and basically find out a particular tune, which is actually one of the best tunes in the game, technically, the Lost Woods theme. So let's go to Lost Woods and let's find Saria, shall we? Now, technically, in the manga and the supplementary style of this, let me get into that for a second. In the Lost Woods, there's a set path. If you hear a music track, that means you're going the right direction. If you're not hearing music, you're going to be sent back to the beginning of this area. So bear that in mind. So if you hear music louder and everything, then you'll know how to continue. Like, say we're going to basically get ourselves here and go for three. We're going to get for 100, 3 100s in a row right here. We're going to move this over just a bit. If you want to shift yourself over a little bit, you can do a little bit of this to the L targeting and move around if you want. So bear that in mind. I do wish there was a cursor on this thing though, so you know exactly where you're pointing at. I clearly am not pointing to the there we go. What? I hit the 100 spot and it was... Come on now. There we go. 3 100s in a row. You do this. This Deku was like, man, you must be really cool, dude. It's like, cool. You're great. You scored 3 perfect bullseyes. I have to give such a neat present to such a wonderful person. Please take it. And then get yourselves a very easy upgrade to your satchel for your slingshot. Not bad. 40 bullets. And I think that's more than enough. So you want to come up here, and you want to... Oh, you! Hoot hoot! Hey, over there! Hoot hoot! Alexman, good to see you again. Listen to this, hoot hoot! After going through the Lost Woods, you will come upon the Sacred Forest Meadow. Hoot hoot! That's a sacred place where fair people have ever walked. Shush! What's that? I can hear a mysterious tune. You should listen for that tune too. Hoot hoot hoot! Do you want to hear what I just said again? No! If you are courageous, you will make it through the forest just fine. Just follow your ears and listen to the sounds coming from the forest. Hoot hoot! And now I must find another rat. That last one got away from me. Hopefully there'll be one here. That guy is an endless swear of finding ore or finding it. But you want to, but the map doesn't change technically. It's just right here. You go up, come right this way, and then you come up to the left here once. And then you come to the right here. And then you go yourselves right into the Sacred Forest Meadow. Now, it's said in the Lost Woods that any normal human who gets lost in the forest becomes a Stalfos. And it's like, that's kind of dark. What's up here is a Wolfos. And they go down when one hit of a sword slash. There you go. And now we get ourselves kind of like a top-down perspective. This is kind of cool and all, but it's such a drastic change. What we have to do is basically take down these guys. What we want to do is probably knock them back at them. And this is like the only time you can actually really walk freely with the with your little slingshot here, which is kind of cool actually. Come on now, here. Get out of here, you cursed thing. Ow! Yeah, take that, you! Now die! Yeah, I hope I don't die to him. I gotta watch out for all these things. And I don't really like this top-down perspective. It just feels so out of place to me. Oh boy. Gotta watch out for these things. These guys are shooting in both directions, so you have to... I'm just gonna walk myself around. There you go. And I'm gonna take this path right here, this ladder. Not very easy to see, but in that direction. If you come here and drop down, you actually get yourself a fairy fountain for your trouble. Not bad at all, really, in that, honestly. In fact, you really need one if you're low on health like I am. Later on, until when we actually grab a bottle later on, that allows you to basically bottle up a fairy when needed. And we'll be getting an opportunity to get bottles later on. But we're gonna go up the ladder here. Now, technically, I could have gotten a shield, the Hylian shield, my first entry into Hyrule Castle Town, but I decided to go against it for now. Until later. Yeah, get out of here, you cursed thing. I don't need to hurt you. I just need to get up here. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. And then it's implied that Saria is basically playing this music track over the Lost Woods. So she must be playing this very loud. So she must have a really decent set of lungs in her if she's playing that loud with another ocarina that she apparently has. I've been waiting for you. This is the Sacred Forest Meadow. It's my secret place. I feel this place will be very important for both of us someday. That's what I feel. If you play the ocarina here, you can talk with the spirits in the forest. Would you like to play the ocarina with me here? Sure. Okay, try to follow along with the melody as I play. Are you ready? You need this song to continue on with the story. It feels like it's not needed, but it's actually needed for a few things. But it's actually kind of inverse of the Song of Healing. By technicality. So is that the forest music is some way to heal evil magic. Interesting. Great, great. Please don't forget this song, do you promise? When you want to hear my voice, play Saria's song. You can talk with me anytime. She found instant messaging in the form of music. Man, I thought Breath of the Wild was advanced, but we had instant messaging before instant messaging was a thing. Goodness gracious. And so now that we play that song anywhere, she'll basically tell us where to go next. Like a certain fairy does on an occasion. Yeah, see, they give you tons of hints for this. Yeah, take you out, you cursed thing, now die. And now you're dead. Now, to basically make it easier for... Oh, you're still not in your planet. I was wondering why you were gone. Never mind me. I will allow that to be. Thank you very much. So I think it's only fair that we can now go to our... we can go to the Death Mountain now. So I think that's a good time for us to go. So let's head off that way, shall we? Woo! Oh yeah, let's go. Away we go. Oh, not you again. Hoot hoo! Did you learn an ocarina song from Saria? No. Oh. Well, did you? Yes, I did. Ugh. That melody seems to have some mysterious power. It's like music is magic here. There may be some other differences, like mysterious songs I can hear and learn in Hyrule. If you hold your ocarina with seeing when a melody is necessary, a musical staff will appear. I recommend you play a song you know. Also, I also suggest that you play even when a score is not displayed. Just like this. Hoot, 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 hoot. I would do that if I actually had an ocarina, but I, for one, cannot hold one. Neither can I actually play it, because I actually don't have hands. Did you want to hear what I just said again? No. Melodies you have learned will be recorded on the quest status subscreen. You should memorize those melodies. And now, I'm off to find the rat. That rat keeps getting away from me. Man, he must have really a hard time hunting for rats if it's taking this long to get to him. Goodness gracious. Well, we're gonna take our way out by basically going the wrong way. And it takes us outside the Kakariko forest, but we want to use Saria's song for one thing in particular. And it is over here in the Lost Woods over here next to this little bad boy here, the Skull Kid. Now, if you play a song... Oh, I played it wrong. Let's see it again. See? It's kind of odd to play with the buttons, because I've always played it with the control stick. It's kind of weird when you play with the buttons now. If you play this song, it says, you know Saria's song? We should be friends! Here, take this! He gives you a heart piece. Now, oddly enough, this is the same Skull Kid that's going to be the bad guy in Majora's Mask. Sounds very weird that this one random character you just peer up here is going to be a villain sometime later. No, I wish it was like that in certain Zelda sequels, you know? That somehow you find, you know, like how Skull Kid here is basically the bad guy in Majora's Mask, technically. But at the same time, it's like... I wish there was, like, you know, two Zelda games next to each other and then find out that you know, one person who's basically, you know, this one know-nothing character is somehow basically a bad guy of another story just waiting in the wings. I think that's really kind of cool. I think the only time I've really seen it happen was basically Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, where Fawful was just waiting his time in the darkness of Hyrule Castle, of Princess Peach's castle in the sewers, buying his time, looking for how to get direct access to the Dark Star, which would happen in Bowser's Inside Story. So again, it's like, yes, I want more of that. I like to have more Zelda sequels that are directly in line with each other, and somehow just do this whole like find a good nothing character that's doing nothing, absolutely nothing in the background, and eventually he just becomes a bad guy of another story. I want that to happen. I just think that just makes it more tied to everything. You know, and speaking of what I know nothing of sequels and whatnot, by technicality, the whole dream plot that Zelda has doesn't really feel like it gets to fruition. It just kind of feels like it's her power over dreams is kind of weird in that regard. I'm not sure as to why she has these dreams, but I feel like the dreams are kind of like a curse to me for her. Like she always has prophetic dreams and whatnot. Just for something that just kind of causes her to be more troublesome than it's worth. Anyway, speaking of troubles, here we are in Kakariko Village. We're going to show off our little thing to, our little device here, to a guard, because the guard's not going to let us through. Now, Kakariko Village is something uniquely that it changes. Oh, that's right, we can get a bottle here. That's right, we need to do that. I'm thinking we need to wait until it's daytime to do it, because I think that's when all the cuckoos are back out. Yeah, we have to wait until daytime for it. Yeah, unfortunately, we have to wait until daytime for this. Because that's when Andrew goes away and goes to nighttime. So we're going to have to wait until morning for this. No matter what, we can wait for that. We don't have to wait the time. Oh, wait, we could do that now. Yeah, we do have that. Let's do that now. That way we can actually switch between time, day, and night and actually be easier. Because now we need to go after another song. We're going to hunt for songs now. Let's do that, shall we? Let's go. Hunt for songs. Off the distance. As we go through this transition right here.